Before you pay another medical bill, make sure you're not paying money you never actually owed. Because thousands of people pay medical charges every year that their insurance already negotiated away. And that important document that explains it all is your explanation of benefits, your EOB. Today, I'm going to show you how to read an EOB the simple way and the 3 biggest EOB mistakes that cost people money. Proverbs 27:12 says, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty." And honestly, that applies to medical bills. The most important thing to understand is that an EOB is not a bill. It's just your insurance company explaining what was charged, what was covered, and what may be your responsibility. So let's walk through the most important sections step by step. When you receive an EOB, the first thing you should do is verify the information before you even look at the numbers. Start by checking the patient information section. Make sure your name is correct, the provider listed is the doctor or facility you visited, and the date of service matches your appointment. And if this claim is for a dependent, make sure the correct dependent's name is listed for that particular date of service. If any of that information is wrong, stop there and contact the insurance company or the provider before moving forward. Next, you'll see the amount billed. This is the amount that the provider originally charged for the service. But this number is usually not the final cost. It's just the starting number. Next, you'll see the allowed amount. This is the amount your insurance company agreed to allow for that service based on their contract with the provider. If your provider is in network, they have already agreed to accept this amount. So, even if the provider billed a much higher amount, the allowed amount is the number that matters. Now, let's talk about the provider responsibility. The difference between the amount billed and the allowed amount is the amount the provider has to write off. If the provider is contracted with your insurance carrier, they cannot come after you for that write-off amount. That amount is not your responsibility. Now, and this is where a lot of people start to get confused, because now you're going to be looking at the section that shows how your portion was calculated. That usually includes deductibles, copay, and your insurance. And your coinsurance, First, you may see an amount applied to your deductible. Your deductible is the amount you must pay before insurance starts paying more of the cost. Next, you may see a copay. A copay is a fixed amount you pay for certain services, like an office visit. Then you may see your coinsurance. Coinsurance is the percentage you pay after your deductible has been met. For example, if your plan is 80-20, insurance pays 80% and you pay 20%. And then another column will show the amount paid by the insurance company. This tells you how much your insurance actually covered for that service. And then the last column may show you owe or your obligation. That is the amount that may be your responsibility. But remember, an EOB is still not a bill, so don't rush to pay based on the EOB alone. Now, there's one more section on your EOB that people often overlook, and that's the description or remark section, where you may see special codes listed next to the service. These are called remark codes or denial codes, and they explain why something was not covered, denied, or adjusted. Your EOB will usually include a short explanation for those codes, either on the page itself or on the back of the document. So, if you ever see something that was not paid the way you expected, always check those codes first. They often tell you exactly what happened with the claim. And in some cases, that information can help you determine whether the claim needs to be corrected or appealed. Now, most overpayments happen after the EOB arrives, not before. And these three mistakes are the reason. Mistake number one, treating the EOB like a bill. The EOB is only an explanation. The provider sends the bill, not the insurance company. If you pay based on the bill alone, you could pay the wrong amount. Always wait for the insurance carrier to send the EOB and then compare the two. Mistake number two, not checking your deductibles. Sometimes deductibles are applied incorrectly, or your insurance portal hasn't updated yet. So log in and check to see how much deductible you've met, whether the numbers match your EOB. Small errors add up fast. And mistake number three, assuming insurance is always right. People assume insurance companies never make mistakes, but claims get miscoded, denied incorrectly, and processed wrong. If something looks off, ask questions, because understanding your EOB gives you the confidence to do just that. And when you understand your EOB, you're protected. You can catch mistakes, ask the right questions, avoid overpaying. But when you don't understand it, you're not protected. You're guessing. And guessing with medical bills can cost you real money. Now, if you want simple explanations to help you understand medical bills and protect your money, go ahead and subscribe, because confusion with medical billing is expensive and it doesn't have to be. Medical paperwork looks complicated on purpose, but once you know what you're looking at, it becomes simple. And when it's simple, you're in control. And that's how you protect yourself from paying what you don't owe. I'm Terry Small, your benefits mentor, helping you make smart benefit choices, one video at a time.